Welcome to Living the Music, where we uncover hidden lessons in classic songs. I think Father John Misty's music is turning into classic. It's not as old as typical classics, but I think it's every bit as good. So we're going to dive into one of his great tunes from this 2018 album, God's Favorite Customer. And the song is called Disappointing Diamonds Are the Rarest of Them All. So let's just go through these lyrics and see what we get out of it and how we can apply kind of the main theme of what he's after here into our life, all right? So he starts off, as usual, he's got some quite interesting imagery going on. He says, like a pervert on a crowded bus, a glare of love bears down on us. Like a carcass left out in the heat, this love is bursting out of me. So, again, wild imagery, but I think what he's getting at is, just the ecstasy of real passion and the value of opening yourself up to that, so that it's got kind of a sense of reckless abandon to it, but that's what he wants. And I think he's inviting us to consider manifesting or being open to that in our own lives. So then he goes into the chorus where he says, disappointing diamonds are the rarest of them all, and a love that lasts forever really can't be that special. So what I think he's getting at there is that all of us really are disappointing diamonds, certainly sometimes. And, if you're spending all your time trying to hide your flaws and come across like you're perfect, that really isn't going to work. You're eventually going to be found out anyway, and it's going to diminish the intensity of the intimacy you can have with your partner. So then he says, sure, we know our roles and how it's supposed to go. So there again, he's talking about the routine of love that is easy to get into in a relationship. And then he says, does everybody have to be the greatest story ever told? And I think there he's pointing to, especially like in social media, where we all feel this pressure to tell this great story about ourselves, this best version of ourselves, which may or may not bear resemblance to the full multiplicity of our reality. All right, more imagery. Like an oil tanker tipped at sea, this love's contaminated me. Again, he's getting at the intensity of letting yourself be, sort of infected by true love, we think of platonic love as the other side of things. Like, not that there's anything wrong with platonic love, but, Plato was famously sort of against romantic love. He thought it's too dangerous, it's too emotional. He was all about the intellect and logic and all of that. And of course that has its place, but if you want to play the game of real love, baby, then you gotta be willing to get into the emotionality of it and get into the heart of it, so to speak. So now then he says, like a constant twitching in my eye, this love of ours will never die. So that's an interesting term, because in the chorus he's saying, and a love that lasts forever can't really be that special. But here he says, like a constant twitching in my eye, this love of ours will never die. But maybe there he's who knows, but perhaps he's in the twitching of the eye, he's talking about that kind of boring, comfortable love, which also can be annoying. It'll never die, kind of like the concept will never die. That's the thing about love as a concept. I love you as a concept. It doesn't have to die. It can go on forever. Whether the experience is actually present, that's another story. And irrespective of whatever concept you're trying to propagate within yourself or between you and your partner. So then he just reiterates the chorus. It's a wonderful song. I invite you to listen to it. It's really catchy. It's right around 2.5 minutes long. It's spectacular. I mean, what can I say? I'm a big fan of the guy. I just love what he does. But again, just to summarize and reiterate, it's okay to be disappointing. It's okay to share what's not working. It's okay to share your fear. It's okay to share, mistakes that you've made. And certainly, I think it's it's helpful to be that's the space for your partner to share in that way with you. And if you're both allowing yourself to be that rarest of them all, that disappointing diamond of a person that's not trying to hide and trying to pretend, but is willing to be authentic and real, I think you got a chance for real love. And whether it lasts forever, who knows? But every day you have a chance to create it and manifest it. Okay, well, I'd love to hear what you think of all this, based on my analysis or based on your reading and listening of the song. So please jump in the comments below and share whatever's there for you. Talk about the song, talk about relationships, talk about love. I'm open to any of it. So thanks for listening. Please give us a thumbs up on this video. It really helps us to get this kind of message out to more and more people. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel if what we're doing here resonates with you. This is all about taking music and finding the applications of it for our everyday lives. All right, thanks for being here. Take care.